Hello, everyone, and welcome back to One Shot's Fun Spots. I'm your host, Joe Boersma, and today we have a very special guest. Our guest today is a fisherman named Dick Biggsby. Hello, Dick. How are you?
Hello, Joseph. Thank you so much for having me on One Shot's Fun Shots podcast.
Fun Spots.
One Spots podcast.
Try one more time. One Shot's
One
Fun Spots.
Fun Shots podcast.
Close enough.
Thank you.
You're doing good then.
I'm doing very well. I'm very happy to be here, Joe.
Right. Did you want to come here to talk about fishing?
I love to fish. It's my very best passion in the whole entire world. And what I'm really passionate about is that as a fisherman, I don't simply fish. I provide Piggly Wiggly finest and best fish.
Piggly Wiggly's finest and best fresh fish?
I sell my fish to the Piggly Wiggly grocer.
Okay. To any one particular or to all of them?
Oh, the Piggly Wiggly.
All of the Piggly Wigglies?
Yes, all the Piggly Wiggly.
Isn't it a nationwide chain?
It's Midwest mostly, but...
I mean, that's so many fish. That's an insane amount of fish.
I'm very good at my job, Joseph.
Wow. Yeah, that's great. I mean, you must be at the top of your game then. You're
I've been doing it for many, many years.
Wow. How many years?
By God, this year makes 42.
42.
Yeah.
42 years. Wow.
Yeah.
And were you always that good or did you work up to it?
You know, it is a whole story behind it, really. I'm 92 years old.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. 92 this year.
But that feels a little late to start fishing. You started in your 40s.
I had a colored past, Joseph. The 80s were a very wild time for me. I have very little memory of anything before that. All I remember is waking up in the kitchen trash can of a Ruby Tuesdays, cocaine all around my mouth, and I knew I had to change my life.
Uh-huh.
I have no memory before that.
No memory.
I ran off, and I became a fisherman.
Uh-huh. Okay, you got out of the dumpster, it sounds like.
No, it was in the restaurant.
Inside the restaurant, you were in a trash can. So after a cocaine bender, you ended up in a trash can. I mean, again, you have no memory, so I don't know why I'm recounting this. But you were in a trash can in the restaurant and ran out of it. How did you encounter a fisherman?
I ran for a very long time. I mean, I was originally from Ohio, which is not very close to the ocean. But
not at all.
I ran and I kept running. And I've lived in many different places throughout my long career as a fisherman. But
sorry, one note in there. Did you run to the Atlantic Ocean or the Pacific?
Well, it's funny. I ran through the Pacific.
Okay, that's really fun.
I now live at the Red Sea.
The Red Sea?
Yes.
My goodness. Okay, and then but you took a boat there for sure, or a plane?
A boat, yes.
You took a boat. How long is that journey by boat?
Oh, well, I believe it took me about 15 weeks.
Wow, and you fished the whole time. You got good at it.
I didn't fish until I got there.
Oh, how'd you pass the time on the boat?
I sang songs. I talked to the sailors.
There were sailors on this boat.
One of my favorite. It's funny.
It was a sailing boat, not like one of those big tankers where they're because most boats now have motors.
I take several different boats because the Red Sea and the Pacific don't exactly.
That's true. That's a good point.
So I took a big tanker across the Pacific.
Right.
And then I took a sailboat to get.
I see. And that's where the sailors were on the sailboat.
Yes, that's where the sailors were. But you asked how I passed the time, and it's funny because one of my favorite pastimes is I have an old Game Boy.
Okay.
And I programmed it to be able. It can only do one thing, and all I can do is I can watch hit HBO series
Succession.
Succession, produced by Mark Mylod and Jesse Armstrong, starring Brian Cox as Logan Roy.
And you're a fan of the show?
Yes, very much. It's all I can do on my Game Boy is watch Succession.
On your Game Boy? Wait, what? I'm so confused. That's not what Game Boys do.
I just explained this.
I
found an old Game Boy.
Okay.
And I programmed it so I can watch hit HBO series Succession.
Do you have computer programming experience?
No, that was the amazing thing.
Wow.
I have 15 weeks on this boat. And I took the Game Boy and I started fiddling around and before you know it, I was watching Success. I guess it's the only show I can watch.
I feel like you're calling maybe in other areas. You may have a calling in electronics.
I've tried to repeat it since for other people's Game Boys. I can't
Oh.
figure out how to repeat it.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's
You basically created a satellite out of a Game Boy.
yeah.
Wow. Okay. But yeah, now you're a fisher.
A fisherman.
Fisherman. Is there like what's your technique when you fish?
I put the worm on the hook. I cast the line in the water and I wait for a fish to bite.
It's funny because I feel like everyone who imagines fishing, that's exactly what they think of.
Yeah.
So can anyone fish?
No.
No. What does it take to separate you from everybody else?
It takes the love of a father.
Love of are you the father or is it your father?
I am the father.
You're the father.
I don't even remember who my father was.
Uh-huh. Yeah, who are you? Do you have kids though?
I never reproduced. Well, I'm who knows what happened before the cocaine bender at the Ruby Tuesday, but
But you said you're a father.
Yeah, I'm a father to the fish.
To the fish.
Yes.
And then you kill them. And
That's a
give them to
strong word.
supermarkets for people to eat them.
That's a strong word.
No, it's not. That's
It's
exactly
not
what's happening.
Okay, then I guess I'm a father to all the Piggly Wiggly shoppers around the world.
That makes more sense. But so you're feeding them. You're like going out and like.
As a father feeds his family, so do I spend my days on the Red Sea catching a fish to distribute to the Piggly Wiggly of the world.
That's very noble.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, I'd imagined though that something even though it is a national chain, Piggly Wiggly. It's not the biggest, but it is a big chain.
It's a big one.
I thought they would do things with like nets, like getting giant schools of fish all at the same time. That would be more efficient.
That's what separates Piggly Wiggly from the rest.
Okay.
You know,
They don't do that.
No, I mean, where do you live, Joseph?
I live in Chicago, Illinois.
What are the big stores where you come from? Where do you buy your groceries?
Mariano's, Trader Joe's. There's a
Yeah.
Jewel near where I live.
Oh, those stores, they use the nets, but that is inhumane.
Okay.
I use bait and hook the old way.
That's humane.
Yes, very much.
Okay. Why is one humane
It's
and not the
good old-fashioned labor.
other? On your part.
Yeah.
But not the fish. I mean, it's just still dead in a few seconds after you catch it.
But what is a fish, Joe? What is a fish? Does it matter?
An animal in the sea that is not related to mammals and has scales.
Very well done, Joe.
Thank you. Well, I know things. That's why this is my job. But I'm curious though. I mean, I'm still interested in you. What do you think a fish is? Is there something else a different answer you give given?
No, I agree with what you said. I just
Okay.
don't know why you're so caught up by the idea of them dying.
Because, well, I mean, they have to die or else you can't eat them.
Correct. But you could eat it while it's alive.
But that's not what they do.
No.
Yeah.
Not Piggly Wiggly.
Right. Or any of the other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who eats fish that are alive?
I've done it before.
You have?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you like that? Is that better?
It's fresh.
It's very fresh. That's true. Now I've heard this is going to be a stretch, but there is this is real. There is a way that people, I think it's in Japan, they take a stake and they drive it into the head of the fish, and that's supposed to be the most humane way to kill a fish. Is that what you do?
I have heard of this technique. As you may have noticed, I'm only 1 foot 8 inches tall.
My goodness. Yeah, I mean, I thought you were actually really far away, but
And
I
so
guess that's
I
true.
don't have enough leverage to get the spear up that high to
No.
give it the gusto it needs.
You could be pulling out guppies.
When have you ever seen a guppy on the Piggly Wiggly shelf?
I don't go to Piggly Wiggly.
Do you have friends who go to Piggly Wiggly?
Probably not. In Chicago.
Do you have any friends who live in Wisconsin?
Yes, I have some friends in Wisconsin.
Text your friend in Wisconsin right now. Ask him if he's ever seen a guppy on the Piggly Wiggly shelf.
I mean, I believe you. I do believe you.
They don't sell guppies.
Okay, got it. But I mean, that would be, you could do that, and that you would be.
Why would I do that when there's no livelihood in guppies?
All right, but you're a fisherman who is very small, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I guess I'm wondering if it's like a big trout or a salmon, do you have the leverage to reel it in?
Yes.
Okay, but not enough to stab it in the head.
92 years of leverage is
That's
a lot.
right. I forgot how old you are. My goodness.
Yes.
I mean, how young? 92 years young.
I'm an old man, Joseph. I admit.
Oh, you'll admit it. Okay, that's nice.
With age comes wisdom.
Always?
Always.
Always. Wow. So you have more wisdom than
Ask me for advice right now, Joe. Anything you want.
I mean, should I start saving for a car or a home?
No, you don't need either of them. I've never had either
Oh,
of those
okay.
things.
Or should I save for a boat?
I don't like boats.
You don't like boats?
No.
Where do you fish?
I'm a fly fisher. I go in the water, I wade up to my knees,
Okay.
and I wait for the fish to come to me.
Isn't that you can't only do that in rivers?
What?
You can't only fly fish in rivers, I thought.
You've never been to the Red Sea, my friend.
Okay, that's right. I haven't, and that's true.
You should come visit me.
So you fly fish in the Red Sea?
Yes.
I see. Okay, great. I mean, I don't know how it works, so that's fine. Also, how far can you wade in if you're 1'8"?
I don't go very deep, Joseph, but
You mustn't.
if you believe they will come.
Um,
That's principle number 1 of fishing.
okay,
That's in the
but you still have
Piggly
to be
mission statement.
You still have to believe in the water because they can't come out of the water.
What do you mean believe in the water?
Well, you say if you believe they will come, but they won't come here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have to believe while
We're
you're in the
talking
water.
about the Red Sea.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so only in the Red Sea, if you believe that fish will come to you, they will come.
Oh, yes, that's in the Piggly Wiggly mission
So if I go,
statement.
okay, I
In the
see.
Piggly Wiggly mission
The
statement.
Red Sea's in Asia. Why you're supplying them to the Piggly Wiggly in America?
I said at the beginning, finest and Piggly Wiggly finest and best fish.
Okay, but that's a really far trip for fish to go. Like they have to be fresh.
They're fresh, trust me.
How do they get there so
The
fast?
15-week boat ride I talked about.
That's not fresh. That's so not fresh.
That's very fresh.
That's very
It's
decomposed.
very fresh.
That's very smelly at that point.
Freshness of fish is 15 to 45 weeks. That's optimal fish storage time.
That's a skeleton at that point. It's mush and like a skeleton.
Joseph, I'm very curious, and I don't say this in any way to be degrading.
Okay.
How much do you know about fish?
Fish?
You're acting like you know
or
quite
fush?
a bit about fish.
Fish?
Fish.
I know some things about fish.
I would hope so, because you're
Yeah.
acting like you know quite a bit.
Yeah, and I know that they would be decomposed by that many weeks. Weeks.
You know, Joseph,
a week.
If I just may make an observation
Yes.
about your generation.
Oh, okay. Great. Go
You
on.
think you know everything.
Uh-huh.
You think you're so smart.
Uh-huh.
You're walking around, you act like you're still wearing your graduation cap.
Yeah.
You think you're some kind of little scholar over here, an advanced young Einstein.
Well, I'm not that young. I mean, with age comes wisdom, as
How
you
old
said.
are you, Joseph?
33, about
No.
34.
That's a good age to be.
Yeah, well, thank you.
I don't remember that time in my life, but I know I was having fun.
Right. You're probably on drugs.
Yeah, but that's what I said. I was having fun.
Right.
Joseph, sometime you need to come fishing with me. You need more life experience.
I have to go to the Red Sea, though.
You sit and you read out of your little textbooks and you think, oh, I know everything about fish now.
I don't read textbooks.
You've never been to the Red... Well, where'd you get all this fish information then?
Fish information?
Fish.
I mean, I probably did get it from a textbook when I was younger, yeah. Or a nature documentary. Well, I also owned fish. I actually had 3 fish for a while.
What kind?
I don't know the kind, but there was an orange and like a small orange and black one. It was not a clownfish like you're thinking.
I wasn't thinking that.
Okay, well,
You. This is your problem, Joseph. You make all of these assumptions.
she also
about
wasn't a
people.
goldfish.
You assume things about people.
All right, I'll stop assuming. From now on, I won't assume anything.
Thank you.
I'm also asking questions. I'm not assuming anything.
Okay, fair enough.
There was a silver one that had like a long fin. It was very like vertical, you know, it was very long, up to down kind of fish. And then there was a really thin one that had black and white stripes, and he ate all the other ones. He would bite them and stuff. Yeah, it's mean.
But that's the way of nature.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Sad.
Have you ever been afraid?
Yeah.
You've been afraid for your life?
Sure.
Mm.
Yeah.
So you've experienced the way of nature.
Yeah. I mean, you didn't really ask in what circumstance I was afraid.
Oh, okay.
It might not have been
in what
natural.
circumstances were you afraid?
I was in a slaughterhouse and I thought I might fall in.
Say more.
Was that like, well, I mean, I'm just wondering, is that like nature? You said it's the way of nature. I was in a mechanical facility.
What were you doing there, Joseph?
I was on a tour
With who?
with the company that made the meat,
What-
with
what-
Tyson meat.
You know what, Joseph? This is why I don't work in the meat industry. I work in
You
the
do
fish
work in the meat
industry. No, it's
industry.
fish
You work in the fish industry.
No, it is. Have you ever been to the grocery store?
Yes, I told you that already.
The fish and the meat are in separate sections, in
Uh-huh.
separate industries.
Right. Okay. But it is a meat industry.
Do you consider fish meat? Some people
Yes.
don't. I eat meat. I have no problem with meat.
Well, what's the fleshy part of fish? It's meat.
Well, but some people, they call themselves pescatarians.
Mhm.
They say they don't eat meat, but they eat fish, and it confuses the hell out of me. I'm not gonna lie.
That's semantics, but yes, it's a type of meat, and it's not the same type of meat. I'll agree with that.
Do you eat meat?
Yes, I do eat meat.
You would be surprised to know I don't actually eat fish.
You don't eat fish?
No. I ate that one living fish I was
Right.
telling you about, but I don't like fish.
You don't like it?
No.
What don't you like about it?
It smells bad.
Well, and then this was the thing I was getting back to with the stabbing the steak in their head. Is it turns out they don't smell because while they're allowed to suffocate, this is again real. While they're on the deck of a ship and then they're like suffocating, they actually take a couple hours to suffocate and die that way. And in that time, they get like hormones and enzymes in their system that makes them decompose faster, which is why we have that fish smell. And that fish smell does not exist when you kill them that way, but it just takes a lot more effort to kill fish, with the steak in the head.
Joseph, I say this with all the love in my heart.
Okay, I can't. What's coming?
This is the problem with your generation. You sit here as this young 33-year-old whippersnapper, never caught a fish in your life,
True.
talking to a 92-year-old fisherman from the Red Sea,
Okay.
thinking I don't know that.
You don't know that? Oh, you
I'm
didn't know that.
insulted.
But you said you didn't like the taste, so why don't you kill them the other way and eat them that way?
Because it doesn't make him taste any better.
I mean, smell. You said you didn't like the smell. I misspoke just now.
You know what? You know why I don't do
Try.
Because I'm 1 foot 8 inches tall, Joseph.
Okay,
We've talked about this.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, do you have any other fisher buddies?
No.
You solitary?
That's the way I like it.
Wow.
I also get more money from the Piggly Wiggly.
Sometimes your voice goes down a little bit. Is there something happening there?
Testosterone loss.
Testosterone loss.
I'm 92, Joseph.
But so when you had testosterone, your voice was that low?
That's the testosterone I have left.
Sorry?
That's the testosterone I have left.
I see. It cycles through your voice sometimes.
Yeah.
I see.
It's late, Joseph.
It's late?
Yeah.
How? No, it's not that late. Oh, it's late for you. You're
I'm
tired.
on Asian time, Joseph.
Right. Oh, that's right. And
I'm
you're also older, so maybe you go to bed a little earlier.
I go to bed quite early.
Yeah.
I don't actually have a bed. I don't have a home.
Okay, where do you sleep?
One day I was on a hike. I've always felt very strongly about not keeping a home. I like to live in solidarity with nature, with the flesh. And I was on a hike one day and I found an old decrepit bathtub. And I said, this will make a fine home.
Oh.
I've been living in that.
You do have a home.
So I don't have a roof. I don't have a bed. I have a bathtub.
Okay, so you crawl into the bowl of the tub?
I crawl into the bowl of the tub. I snuggle up with my old Game Boy, watch an episode of hit HBO series Succession, and I sleep soundly.
Yeah. Now, at this point, you must have seen the whole series.
Several times.
Okay. And is there a favorite episode? Do you always go in order?
I don't want to spoil anything for our dear listeners.
Sure. No, of course not.
But I will say I'm partial to the episode where
Go on.
I actually don't want to spoil anything for our dear listeners.
Yeah, no.
But I like in the first...
No, actually, go describe it, but be very vague so you don't spoil anything.
I like the one where the mean boy gets what's coming to him.
Oh, yeah, sure. Is that later in the series?
Well, it happens once early in the series and once later in the series, but there's more than one mean boy. And
that was what I was thinking. I was trying to figure out who the mean boy was. There's
several mean boys in that series.
Gotcha. Okay, well, I can't wait to watch it.
You haven't seen it.
Oh, you spoiled it, though. I really want to watch it now. Yeah. It's too bad.
What's your favorite food, Joseph?
My favorite food?
Yeah.
I mean, most types of pizza.
Wrong answer.
Fish.
Fish.
Okay, but you don't like fish.
I don't like fish.
But so it's that. Then what's your answer?
Orange chicken.
Orange chicken.
Yeah.
But you said, if I said that, would be the right answer?
No.
No.
I want you eating fish. It's good for you.
Yeah, I've heard that.
I live my time. You're a grown boy. You need your flesh to grow.
Growing boy?
Growing boy.
No.
You need your fish.
No. If I'm going to grow any direction, it's, horizontally. Yeah. Now, I do have a question because there is and perhaps this is controversial, but there is a bit of a science that says there's mercury accruing in the fish. Do you have any fears about that or knowledge of that?
How would there be a planet growing in the fish?
How would there be a planet growing in the fish?
Yeah.
What?
The planet Mercury.
The planet Mercury? No, it's a chemical.
Oh.
It's a metal.
Joe, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't even know what that is.
It's like in thermometers, the liquid that goes up and down in thermometers, but it's very toxic.
So what's that doing in the fish?
Well, it's in the water, and it ends up on the bottom.
Not in the Red Sea.
It ends up on the bottom of the ocean or sea, and then bottom feeders eat it, and then the fish that eat that, and then it keeps going up the food chain.
How does it get there?
It's from human activity. It's a pollutant.
What kind of human activity are we talking about?
Making thermometers.
Right.
They used to make hats out of it too. That's why you have the Mad Hatter. They would get too much mercury and then they'd go nuts.
Well, all I can say about that, Joseph, is I love my fish, and if there's anything I can do to stop it, I will do it.
Oh, okay.
But I think it's very bad. I mean, if there's fish dying because of it,
fish aren't dying. It's people are getting it from the fish. And that's
I
not good.
would never sell a fish to the Piggly Wiggly that has mercury in it.
Okay. Do you check?
Yeah.
How do you check? You didn't even know what it was in the beginning of this conversation.
I smell each one, and if it smells bad, I know it's healthy.
Okay. But you just said you didn't like the smell.
I don't like the smell.
Okay, but do you end up eating the ones that you do give to the Piggly Wiggly that smell good?
No, I don't like fish.
All right. So, but
you're asking if I give them to the Piggly Wiggly?
Yeah. Okay, but you're saying you smell them to see if they smell bad, and then if they don't smell bad, you give them to Piggly Wiggly. Do you also eat those ones?
No, I don't like fish. I've told you.
But you don't. You said it because of the smell.
I don't like the taste either. I said that before too.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry, I misheard you. I'm sorry. We keep misunderstanding each other.
Your generation doesn't listen.
Yeah, I guess so. They do listen to podcasts. They listen to a lot of podcasts.
Like this one right now?
Maybe. Hopefully. Hopefully.
What kind of people listen to the show anyway?
Lots of very smart people, ages 18 to 49.
That's quite a gamble.
That's a key demographic.
I don't remember anything from age 18 to 49.
No, it's
nothing
for you. Wait, I mean, what if we tried? Maybe in one of our last segments here, we really try to hack into those memories and figure out what's in your past.
That's a good idea, Joseph.
All right. So I don't have any proven ways to do this, but I have an idea of what might work. If you'll close your eyes. My
eyes are closed.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, yeah, for the audio listeners, his eyes are closed. Take a deep breath in and out. There you go. And now imagine you're in the Red Sea. You're wading in. You got your waders on. You're purring, I guess.
Oh, I'm blowing bubbles underwater.
Okay. Well, but you're not that deep in yet. Go back to the shore.
Oh, I'm waiting like I'm fishing. I'm fishing.
All right, great. You don't get your mouth in there.
I'm up to my ankle.
I don't want your mouth in there. Okay. Now you take your fly fish, your fishing rod.
Are my pants on right now? Or
yes,
no?
you have pants and waders on. Because you're doing your job. Do you wear pants at your job?
Yes. It's just me in the Red Sea.
Okay. Okay. Well, however you do it. If you don't have to ask me. Just imagine what you do.
Okay, I'm buck naked.
Why are you buck naked?
That's how I do my job.
All right, great. So you're buck naked. You're wading into the Red Sea with your fly fishing rod. And then you hear behind you a voice from your past. And it's saying to you, hey, let's do some cocaine and go to the Red Robins. Who is that person?
Daddy?
Oh, your father. Wow. Your father would take you on cocaine benders?
Daddy, I can hear you.
You can't hear him.
I said I can hear you.
Okay. Gotcha. And then you hear someone.
I remember.
You hear someone else say, "Hey, hello, welcome to Red Robins. Can I take your order?"
You mean Ruby Tuesday?
Yeah, Ruby, whatever he said before.
I remember. My mother worked at the Ruby Tuesday.
Wow.
That was my mother.
She was the maitre d'. Or maybe the waiter. Yeah, she's just a waiter.
It was them. They shoved me in the trash can.
Oh, wow.
He didn't want me.
Oh. At age 40?
47.
47. I see.
Oh.
Yeah. That's hard. That's hard.
No, 42. It was 42.
Whatever it was. Yeah, in your 40s.
Oh.
I said in your 40s. But like, I mean, like, so you were still, dependent on them in your 40s?
Yeah.
Yeah. How old were they?
92, just like me.
Wow. This is all coming back full circle. It's all like a snake eating its own tail here.
Joe, I'm really upset that you did this. This is
I'm
not what
sorry.
I wanted to do right now.
Oh.
This is really hard on me. I hope you know how hard this is for me right now.
I'm so sorry. Hey, well, let's. You still have your eyes closed, so let's keep going through a few more. You hear someone at the next table. They're talking about the show that they're going to see later. Who's that person?
Stellan Skarsgård.
Wow.
He was there.
Wow. What a great actor. That's amazing. Did you meet him?
I don't remember that yet. You have to help me.
Okay, that was okay. Well, he turns and says, "Hello, little boy. It's good to see you. I'm about to star in a new film, and I am excited."
What little boy was he talking?
He's talking to you because he thinks you're a boy. Because you're 1 foot tall.
42 years old.
Well, you're only a foot tall. Foot and 8 inches. That's almost 2 feet.
Oh, I remember.
Wow.
I remember.
So we got some from your past. That's nice. That's good. So that was our second to last thing we wanted to do. Our final segment we have for today is I wondered if there's anything that you wanted to plug.
I'm writing a book.
Okay, great.
Wait, did you mean something else by plug?
No, well, I didn't. But is that something you want? You do work naked.
Joseph, get your mind.
Okay, well, you're the one making innuendos out of the word plug.
I thought maybe you had some cocaine, and in my
No. I did. Okay, are you recovered, or are you still doing cocaine?
I was up until that little exercise you had me do.
You want to do cocaine now?
You took me back to that faded night.
I'm sorry. Okay, well, you close your eyes again. Okay. All right, you're back at the Red Sea. You're doing your job. You've been sober for like 50 years.
What happened to the plug?
You're not getting it.
Oh.
Yeah, you've been sober for 50 years. You're at the Red Sea. You're at the fish. You're wading in, and you think to yourself, "I'm gonna keep being sober." Wake up. How do you feel now?
I don't remember anything.
There you go. Until right now.
Yeah.
All right, that's been Dick Biggsby here on One Shots Fun Spots. I'm your host, Joe Boersma. And if you need a plug, you know who to ask.
I'm writing a book called Game Boy Secession.